What's up, you guys? I'm Dan. This is Frugal Not Cheap, and I picked up the Bank of America Premier Rewards credit card. So I don't actually have the physical card just yet. I actually applied for it and was approved for it just this morning on the day of filming. And it'll take probably about a couple of weeks to get here, but I wanted to get the video out to you. I don't know when they might change the sign-up bonus offer, and so I wanted to kind of keep this video timely. Hopefully that welcome offer will still be out there for you. That welcome offer is for 60,000 points after spending at least $4,000 within 90 days from the time the application is approved. So it's a relatively tight time frame, but the spend at 4,000 isn't all that bad. My rent plus garage and all that stuff comes out to about what is it, $1,850, so just a couple of those plus a little additional spending, and I've got that made up pretty quickly. The 60,000 points can be redeemed at a rate of 1 cent per point for cash, which will be a $600 sign-up bonus. Now that doesn't come free. This is sort of a higher tier card a little bit. There's a $95 annual fee, so that cuts the net gain down to $505. Plus I'll have to pay some transaction fees, so there's a 3% transaction fee on the payments I'll make for my rent, less the 1.5% that I'll earn on the card, so I'll be losing 1.5% of that as well. On the other hand though, there are $200 in credits basically that are provided for. That's a little bit misleading. It says, $200 on their site. So $100 is an airline incidental credit. This can be used for things like seat upgrades, baggage fees, airline lounge access, and in-flight services. In practice, honestly, I find it pretty hard to use that stuff because, when I bring bags when I travel internationally, but when I travel domestically, I don't want to check in a bag anyway. I just want to have it with me as carry-on. I've already got priority pass, so that takes care of the lounges, and I don't really care for any of the in-flight stuff. But I am thinking if we end up having our holiday party again, then I'll have a flight up to New Hampshire for Christmas, and then I could maybe use it for an upgrade from economy to economy plus or whatever, something like that. That could come in handy. So I wouldn't value the $100 incidental credit at face value. I'd probably value it at, I don't know, maybe a $50 value or something like that. Then there's also a $100 credit that you get towards your global entry or TSA pre-check application. Definitely, I would say go for global entry, because that includes TSA PreCheck as well. This is a benefit that I have from my Venture X card from Capital One and also from my Chase Sapphire Reserve card. But if you were going to do a Bank of America only strategy, this wouldn't be too bad. Of course, it's every 4 years, so it's really just $25 a year, not the full 100. So I value that at about 10 bucks or so. It's not really that big of a deal, but I like it. And so I'd value this $120 or so of credits at, say, $60. Alright, so how about rewards points with this card? Well, with this card you get 2% back on travel and dining, and you get 1.5% back on everything else. The nice part though is you can again redeem this at 1 cent per point, as long as you've got a Bank of America checking account or a Merrill Lynch account. I have a cash management account at Merrill Lynch, so this works perfectly for me. So how could we create a Bank of America focused strategy with this card? Well, I would combine it with one other card, which is the customized cash rewards card, which actually I already have. And so this would create what I'd call the Bank of America Duo. The customized cash rewards card is a no annual fee card that will give you 3% cash back on a category of your choice. You do have to select it. You can do gasoline, online shopping, dining, travel, drugstores, or home improvement / furnishings. It also gives you 2% back on grocery stores and wholesale clubs like Sam's and Costco, and 1% on everything else. So definitely you can see that the combination worked kind of well here, where the catch-all 1.5% beats the 1% from this card if you've got the Premier Rewards card, whereas this one can allow you to earn up to 3% on that one category, and then also earn a little bit more at 2% on some other stuff. So I've applied these multipliers to my personal spending, and I will link the spreadsheet in the description below so that you can plug in your own number, save a copy of the sheet, plug in your own numbers, and see how well it would work for you. So we can see here I've got what would happen if I ran the Premier card alone. That would end up netting $126. If I run the custom cash, the customized whatever card on its own, this would be better at $163. But if we run the combo, based on my spending categories anyway, I get the most out of using the customized card to get 3% on groceries, the Premier card to get 2% on dining, and on travel as well, for a combined maximum of $176. So that's pretty good. It will cover the $95 annual fee, and then again we have those credits which are value at $60. So that brings the net benefit of running this Duo at $141 a year based on my spend. But if you've been thinking so far that, damn, 2%, 1.5%, even 3%, these multipliers on cash back are actually pretty pedestrian. And I would absolutely agree with that. So where a Bank of America strategy shines is using their Preferred Rewards program. So basically, the Preferred Rewards program is different tiers based on how much you have in assets with Bank of America or Merrill. And specifically when it comes to these credit card rewards points, you get a bonus depending on which tier you're in. So there's a gold, there's a platinum, and a platinum honors tier. And these rewards bonuses go up from 25% to 50% to 75%. There's also like a diamond tier that does other stuff, but it has nothing to do with these credit card rewards points bonuses. In order to get the maximum, which is that 75% bonus for the platinum honors tier, you have to have $100,000 in an account. So this could be like a retirement account, or it could be a brokerage account at Merrill Lynch. Does not have to be just cash sitting in a checking or savings account. If we apply this 75% bonus to the spend, then things start to look a lot better. Now we're earning $309 in points, subtract the $95 annual fee, and add another $60, and there we go. So if you're really all about cash back, and you've got $100,000 in assets with Bank of America or Merrill, then this seems like a pretty viable strategy to me. Especially if you have higher spend, because then you're going to be really racking up the points. So would I do this? Well, not really. As you can see, I'm not a big spender, and I also don't have a lot of assets at Bank of America Merrill. And then most importantly though, is the stuff that I really get a lot of value from credit cards is the stuff that you get from cards like the Chase Sapphire Reserve or the Capital One Venture X. There are some others out there that kind of do some of the stuff, American Express Platinum as well, though I find a lot of their credits just aren't of value to me personally. But we're talking about lounge access, so Priority Pass or the Centurion lounges, etc. Also trip insurance, so trip delay insurance, primary CDW on rental cars. My Venture X even provides cell phone insurance as long as I pay the cell phone bill. All those Visa Infinite benefits are pretty great. So yeah, all that kind of stuff is the reason why I'll be sticking with the Capital One Duo rather than using this Bank of America Duo. But for those of you that are really into cash back, high spenders, this is definitely a strategy to look at. Hope you find that helpful. If you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.